All right. In 3, 2, 1.
Alrighty, welcome everyone to issue 11 of GenMeta, our Masks a New Generation actual play series here on the Starfield. We missed you last week. There was some unfortunate weather conditions over on our tech side, so last week was canceled. But we are here. Most of us are queer, and you should be used to it by now. Uh, uh, and look, we have a new player, which we'll get into the introductions right away so that you can get to know them. Though, if you are a regular of the Starfield, you should know their lovely face already. So let's get us started with our introductions. I am Rev. I am your game master, your editor in chief, the one above all. What have you? Oh, I will be playing literally everyone else that is not these four players' characters in this game. Next up, let's throw it to Dice.
Hello, I am Dice Goblin Black Cat. I will be playing Pyrrha, and I'm using the Doomed playbook.
Fantastic. Our resident cryptid.
Hello, I am Cryptid. I am playing the Hound and using the Reformed playbook.
Fantastic. Next up is Arkai.
Arkai here again. I'll be playing as Leviathan through the Transformed playbook.
Fantastic. And last but certainly not least, the one we've all been waiting for. Will our final player please introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Zoup, often found on the internet as Zoup Machine, and I'm not telling you who I'm playing. You're gonna have to find out.
Very good. So proud of you. I didn't even need to tell you that. We're gonna keep that a surprise for a little bit. Though you could probably read it on the on the
It's your fault for learning how to read.
That's true.
yeah.
You know, what's the phrase? Ignorance is bliss. I almost wish I didn't know how to read, just because life would arguably be a lot easier in a lot of ways. A lot of cursed
Alright.
knowledge.
I think that's true.
No.
I
Learn
also
those
do
knowledge.
not agree with that statement, but how else would you be able to read comic books for which
I like the
our
pretty pictures.
wonderful game is based on? And
Yeah.
speaking of comic books, in our last issue, a lot of words were said. A lot of grievances were aired, and a lot of dirty laundry was aired. Uh, heard it. Mostly it was hounds.
Under the
Sorry, I'll
butt,
do
you meant.
laundry.
Wait, hound doesn't do laundry? Gross.
Why do you think you stole clothes?
He wears the same thing every day. What do you expect?
He
You're
stole
not allowed in the
clothes.
van anymore.
Yeah.
You guys have been in the doghouse. Have you seen a dresser or a
Why do you
closet?
think? Why do you think it smells like a wet dog in here? It's not even the. It's not
Hey,
even the.
you can't
the scaly
keep
lizard man.
making these jokes, or when my character comes on the scene, the first thing she's going to refer to is hound smell.
Oh dear.
Everyone
And you
else.
Wet dog.
realize that I will at some point have to be like, oh my god, right?
Yeah. Um. Well, yeah. Expressed a bit of his backstory.
Mhm.
And he and everyone did some sort of self-reflection, just ways to blow off steam. Hound did some research and gotten some arguments with some I wouldn't even say dark web, more like dim web. Fedora Fedora tippers uh while looking for information on the organization that they have only just heard of named Tarj. Uh really only getting a bare bit of legitimate information. Uh Meanwhile, well, Pyrrha decided to go to the Museum of Somewhat Natural History and speak to their head of Hellenistic studies. Yes, a uh, a Mr. Elijah Magnus, yes, who was very, very, and uh, and not quite prepared for a lot of confirmation of the things that he only thought was fun study of myth to be quite real. Oh,
Are
and holding a spear right in front of him. Uh, and Leviathan had an encounter with some very lovely and enthusiastic children. One horrible Karen.
As you say, an indirect altercation with a Karen.
And a really uncomfortable talking to from the police.
I did my job. I existed.
Yeah. Uh
Didn't go well, but I did the thing.
it was once the group got back together that they decided they were interested in finding out a little bit more about this organization Tarj before deciding what to do with the alien ooze that they had stolen from the courier, and that is awaiting delivery to either Tarj or the woman known to most of them simply as the devil.
I'm gonna argue that we liberated it. We didn't steal it. Stealing has a negative connotation.
No, we stole it.
Shut up.
Connotate all you want. Doesn't change the fact that we took the thing.
It's quite obvious that you intend to take what I have rightfully stolen.
Yes.
I love the Princess Bride.
I was gonna say, technically, I found the item. How
You as a group
stole it.
assaulted the courier. uh but and stole not only the ooze but his outfit
Naked
collectively.
Hey, Hound is rocking it.
Hound is rocking it. But in order to do so, the group has decided that they must enlist the help of one of Hound's less dangerous criminal contacts. Thanks.
Absolutely.
I mean, comparatively. The Mad Magpie, a member of a supervillain group known as the Scoundrels, who is well known for having quite a bit of insider information about all things criminal and clandestine. he has arranged for a meeting at 11 o'clock at night. Atop a theater whose name I forget.
The Gilroy.
The Gilroy. The Gilroy Theater. Yeah. We will begin our issue with the group making their way across the rooftops of historic downtown and Zephyr, heading their way towards the Gilroy Theater. What are you doing in preparation or on the way? Are you discussing anything, or do we want to just get to when you arrive?
Do we have any loose ends from last session, guys?
Uh,
I'm pretty
solid
sure
question.
I don't think we have any loose ends besides let's figure out how to deal with this ooze.
I mean,
I
fair.
think we've been tying things up fairly well. I think the spear was the only thing that was a loose end for us.
Well, if I recall, weren't we finishing up a conversation as to revealing one's identities, or was that already addressed?
I think that was addressed at the beginning of last session.
Was it now?
Yeah, because
Memory's a little faulty.
that was when I kind of went, "Hey, I feel like this is only fair."
No, you're fair. You're right. My apologies. But then, yeah, I don't actively have anything. Any of you.
Before we get there, Hound is just going to tell Pyrrha to, all right, before he can see you, pull out the spear.
She'll go ahead and summon the spear and kind of use just a basic construct to like create kind of a sheath that goes across her back, so it's just out and easy to carry.
Okay.
Good. If we made that appear in front of him, I'm a little afraid he would have caught on to our little...
Boy.
Yeah.
Oh no, makes sense. There is a hair or something.
And I think that's the only thing Hound would have told them, and besides the whole, like, let me do the majority of the talking.
All right. It so yeah, you get to the top of this theater, and the Gilroy Theater, and it is in fact an opera theater there, or an opera house. At 11 o'clock, the last few people from tonight's show are just petering out of the theater. The lights are fairly dim, especially on the rooftop. There's not like any of those spotlights or anything that was like, hey, come to the theater, or like that. It's more of, hey, get the hell out.
Get the hell
And
out.
you can't stay in the theater, but you don't have to go home. And as uh, you're waiting for the Mad Magpie, your contact, the does any who has a watch?
We all have burner phones.
So yeah, we have phones.
Okay. Would any of you have set the alarm for 11 o'clock?
No.
Okay. Just making sure.
We'd be
My brain
constantly
just
checking if we understand we arrived a few minutes early, we would just constantly be checking like everyone does in the modern day.
Yeah.
I was about to
Uh,
say, aren't most burner phones from that era just kind of like flip phones that don't have screens necessarily? And
Yeah, that's fair.
They have
Um,
screens usually, but
well,
they're
yeah, but they're
usually
not like touch screens. It's not. They're not usually not smartphones.
yeah,
Now you can get burner smartphones, but
but yeah. Yeah, no, just making sure. And as you look at your phones just to check the time, it is 11 o'clock on the dot, and you, Pyrrha, look down at Pythos as he is just kind of staring, hanging behind you guys, and says, "How's your family?"
as a family.
How's the family?
Oh,
How's the family?
They know each other. I don't like it.
uh, it is what it is.
Uh,
Can I tell who he's talking to?
if you turn around and look where he's looking,
I mean, yeah.
yeah, they're standing uh on one of the, like, you know how on top of buildings they'll have those like air conditioning uh fans.
Mhm.
One of those big boxes standing there with a like very nice cape. No cane, not cape. No capes.
Mhm.
Uh, but with a like uh a black with white and red accent tailcoat with some like feathered shoulders and like a bowler hat uh is this rather dashing looking middle-aged man with salt and pepper hair uh and a handlebar mustache. uh like a curled handlebar mustache. uh uh is smiling, hang it, as he goes, "Yeah, the bird knows his manners."
He also recognized other corvids.
Indeed. So, my boy, you did not tell me that you were bringing friends.
The more the merrier.
Sometimes. It depends on their disposition.
Don't worry, I've told them to behave.
Oh, I certainly hope they don't follow that order. But
Why don't you come down here so we can speak eye to eye?
I would still need to squat down to do that. And as he does hop off the air conditioning unit and walk up, clacking his cane, and as he comes up to you, this man does stand about 6'2". He is rather lithe, almost wiry. You can assume based on how agile he is when coming down and towards you. Oh, and he goes, "So, you say you're looking to get into the spy business? I did not think you had it in you."
I'm not looking to get into any kind of business, just looking for some information.
Hmm. Well, that is indeed what I trade in. But I trade is what I have. So, what do you have to offer?
Pyrrha's
Point
gonna
to-
send Pythos up just to keep an eye out. and then pulls the spear out of the sheath and just kind of twirls it and sets it in front of her.
Uh, he is gonna flip his cane around and use the hooked handle to like scoop it up and catch it in his hand as he looks at it and goes, "Hmm. I assume you are where I acquired those fascinating antiques from the last time that our dear hound asked for some information."
My sources.
I'm sorry. Did you just say my sources or anything else?
I said I have my sources.
Okay, because I didn't hear the I have. I just heard my sources and then nothing.
Hmm.
Okay. Uh, and goes, indeed. And you do not wish to divulge your sources?
Of course not. If I told you where I got my artifacts, you just get them yourself.
Eh, she is a smart one. And, and I would keep an eye on her. Huh. This is quite unique. It looks quite similar to a item that was stolen recently. Hmm.
Clearly, you read the newspaper.
Yes, indeed I do. But only certain in sections.
He's not a big sports guy.
No,
I
no.
imagine he likes the funnies.
Eh, it has gone downhill since Calvin and Hobbes ended.
But Magpie, you're stalling.
I, you know, I was just appraising. I can multitask. Seeing what your payment is worth and what information you can get. And instead of just taking something from you and giving you half truths, which I would say is progress. So do not fault me. Now, what can I inform you of, my boy?
I want to know about Tarj. I want to know who they are, who's a part of them. I want to know if we can trust them.
And what they're
Yeah.
capable of.
So, four things for one thing.
We both know that spear's worth more than one thing.
But it is merely one item. But it is a very nice item. So, I will answer your four questions. And to the best of my knowledge. First, what are Tarj? They are a spy organization, older than, honestly, most of the scoundrels. They were started after World War II by a few heroes that fought on the fronts and several resistance resistance efforts. And what they do? Well, a bit of everything, really. Yeah. Some spy work, some hero training, things like that. And what they are capable of is toppling governments and changing the geopolitical whole structure of the world.
It's the CIA.
Hey,
If no one knew the CIA existed.
Right. Oh, it's what the CIA wishes they could be. Hey guys.
uh, they they are capable of a great many terrible things, but they seem to aim for good. Who is a part? They tend to keep their agents secret. But I did encounter a agent at one point, and I, along with several other criminals, were put on a special task force. It was led by an individual who simply went by the name Blackout. Nice man. Looked a bit like a Ken doll. Not a bit gruffer. Uh, we may or may not have stopped an apocalypse. It is a long, boring story, and no need to get into the details.
What kind of Tom Bombadil shit is this? Absolute insanity. The apocalypse story. It's nothing. Anyway, do you want to hear about this bird I found?
Uh,
Priorities are backwards.
as for whether or not you can trust them, no. You are a scoundrel, my friend. Can you really trust anybody?
Fair point. Maybe maybe one day you and I can sit down and you can tell me the apocalypse story, nephew to uncle.
Perhaps, my boy, but for now, it is in the past. It is boring. Hey, not worth talking about. You have much more important and pressing things to deal with. No? Getting out of a deal with the devil is no a laughing matter.
So you've heard about that.
Of course I've heard of it. I hear many things.
Well, while I'm still breathing, do you have any information on a certain fox I'm still looking for? Well, I have you.
The last I heard, he was looking at starting new. Oh, someplace else. He had recently done a rather large job in, I believe it was Spain, but is looking much like the devil. Oh, to start anew with a new dawn.
Understood.
But now, is there anything else that you can ask of me, or perhaps purchase from me?
Leviathan, Pyrrha, you guys want anything? It's not easy to
Yes.
get a hold of him.
You say that like it's a damn like fast food order. Hey, you guys want anything? The hell? I didn't realize you were banned.
Set for now.
Would you like to super spy your order?
I'm like,
No, but I will say in his defense, it was one item, and she'll kind of just whistle and get Pythos to come down and hand him just basically put out 4 coins in her palm that he can take and give to the magpie. Just kind of a bad party trick, essentially. But
And the magpie does a better party trick, and as Pythos drops the coins like from midair in front of him, he catches them in one hand and starts rolling all 4 of the coins. And, and, very nice. And what did you wish from me?
that was just for your earlier comment about how the spear was simply one item.
Oh, it was a one item worth 4 questions.
Well, let's say that covered a little something else then.
Oh. And what might that be?
I mean, Hound asked you something about some fox guy.
Oh, that is merely a family matter.
Well, Hound's kind of part of our family now, so let's just say that that's goodwill.
Hmm. Yeah. Huh. I can say that goodwill never disappointed me. Yeah.
Leviathan, you got anything you want to ask or give?
just first off, he's like eyeballing himself. He's like, I don't exactly carry pocket change, but if anything, as I'm unfamiliar with its name, there was a double check my specific details. Yeah. There was a particular, I believe they used the term pediatric drug from 10 or so years ago that was apparently bound to have side effects.
Hmm.
And kind of gesturing at oneself, and I'd like to have known what it was and what it was made up of. A sample of it would be even better.
Oh. I like this one. He has brought me a challenge.
Now, if you're as good as they say, then you should
Well,
have no trouble.
yeah. I will look into it.
Magpie. Tell him how
Yes.
much it's going to cost him first.
Oh,
I would.
I cannot even begin to give an estimate at this point. You know, let us say that I will let you know when I find out.
Deal.
Always
Very
respect
good.
to be had, so
I have a lot of digging to do, and who knows where I will be digging. So, we will discuss payment later.
Understood.
And I think that's all we want, Magpie.
Well
It was a
then,
pleasure meeting with you again.
I hope this arrangement has been mutually profitable.
Indeed.
Well, it's been profitable for one of us.
He quirks an eyebrow.
Pyrrha, why don't you grab your spear?
The spear that we just gave him payment with?
I told him we would give him the spear. I never said he could take it.
Not that he could keep it. He's playing genie rules.
She
Wording
just
means
kind of
everything.
thinks about the spear coming back to her arm.
And it just kind of yanks itself out of his hand, disappears, and reappears in your hand. And his eyes go wide. And he goes, "You have bamboozled me."
Oh, I think that's neat. And she just kind of like de-summons it.
And you just see the biggest smile on his face as he just turns to Hound and goes, and points at Pyrrha, goes, "This one is a keeper." I like her very much. And he's just like laughs as he starts running towards the edge of the roof and goes, "Farewell, my friends, until we meet again." And just does a like swan dive off of the roof.
Pierre's entire demeanor is going to change after he's gone. And just, oh my god, I didn't realize you were going to have me reveal the fact that that thing wasn't, going to stay with him while he was here. Like, way to put me on the goddamn spot. And like, oh my.
I slow down.
Look,
More importantly, Hound. Family. Nephew to uncle, huh?
when you grow up around criminals, strange relationships form. My father and
That's what
him
you
are
make
like
it.
brothers, so that makes me his nephew. I play into it to see if I can get a little bit more from him.
To
You
be
abuse
fair,
your position.
your dad's not your dad.
The criminal underworld works kind of on the same rules as the Olive Garden. When you're here, you're family.
Fair. Family is what you make it, wherever you can find it.
Though it doesn't seem like you're necessarily against this magpie.
I always know where he stands.
Do you?
I wouldn't trust him
Just
in a
kinda
fight.
eyeing, just eyeing where he jumped off the building. Like,
My brain went straight to on a tightrope between crazy and also very crazy.
Wouldn't trust him to have my back in a fight, but if he makes a deal, he'll honor it. But also no.
you'll just turn the flashlight when I'm halfway across. That's the type of energy I get out of that.
But it's also important to know with him, he'll sell our information to whoever gives him payment.
Then we should definitely be on our guard to maintain as much as we can to ourselves. All the more
Mhm.
reason to try to keep as many outside people out as we can.
That's why I wasn't inviting him in.
Or should you?
Keep things vague with him.
More.
Also, I
uh,
wanted you to reveal the spear thing so it didn't yank out of his hand when he was trying to jump off the building, because That happened to me when I was going up a ladder and I nearly split my head open and I didn't really want to kill him.
Was it another dumpster?
He might
I
have
was
landed
just gonna-
in it.
I mean, I was just gonna desummon it, but
Yeah, but then you got to two up the madman.
also I did kind of still make sure he had 4 coins for 4 things. So
Listen, don't worry. Our deal was we would give him the spear. Never said he could keep it. If anything, he respects us more because of that. He'll just be on more on guard when he makes deals with us in the future.
okay, but it makes me feel icky.
In fact, his comment about you, him saying that you have bamboozled him, he really likes you because of how tricky you are.
You're getting adopted.
Uh,
Well, your labels are getting shifted.
oh, good.
Superior up and savior down.
Hound. Fucking
You are smart and tricksy
manage it.
and quite a bit villain-like.
That's what
No.
some hobbits.
Super, thanks.
You're welcome.
He did say to keep that she's a keeper, so Hound, you better hold on to it. Don't fuck it up. It'll be fine.
Anyway,
Magpie is starting to remind me of Gentle Criminal from My Hero Academia.
I have not seen My Hero Academia. Insider knowledge, Mad Magpie is based on Hondo Onaka from Star Wars.
Oh,
The space pirate.
okay.
I mean, the guy that technically owned 3 Jedi at one point.
Yes. The guy who technically at one point owned Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Count Dooku.
And is also voiced for the same guy who voices Winnie the Pooh. So,
Oh,
and
yeah?
Darkwing Duck.
and Darkwing Duck. And Tigger too.
anyway.
And so many other characters.
Hmm
We love you, Jim
Anyway.
Cummings. You're so awesome.
Hold on, I have to find an image of Gentle Criminal because I feel like you'll understand
I know what Gentle Criminal looks like.
how he acts too. He even
Anyway.
has the
A slight
cane.
sense of madness keeps things fresh.
The
Entertaining.
handlebar mustache,
Anyway,
the cane.
we should head back to the doghouse to discuss.
And it is
Next
that
moves.
moment you are interrupted by something down the street.
What
The
does he say?
comic is going to shift to about 30, maybe 45 minutes prior to the meeting to a scene in a rather, moderate apartment. And on the what would we say, first or second floor? Second floor of their apartment building. A young woman is looking at herself in a mirror. It's one of those full length mirrors that's like the sliding door to their closet, and they seem to be dressed in a rather interesting looking outfit. Zoup, would you please describe your character?
Am I giving the name?
Just give the description. right now.
Okay, so you see a half East Asian, half South Asian uh, young woman um, with short, spiky, androgynous hair. Um, she is, if you look closely, her feet are not touching the ground. And if you are an anime fan in this world, you would recognize each piece that she's wearing. Um, there is uh, the headband from a certain shoujo anime, teen girls. There is a cape from another anime. Wolfman falls in love with a lady. Whole bunch of stuff. There's some other guy who has a really cool looking cape, so she's got that on. She's got on the corset from like uh it's like another shoujo anime that involves cards for some reason. She's got a skirt that is from it honestly looks like a normal high school skirt from another anime, you're pretty sure. It's a whole thing. Boots, it's all recognizable from different animes, and she has like a sparkly sequined mask around her forehead or her face, and she's yeah, yeah, this is gonna work.
Okay. All right. So she's just kind of floating, looking at herself in the mirror. Uh, and uh, just admiring the costume that she has assembled to be her superhero outfit. Uh, is she going to try and sneak out of the apartment?
Yeah, she's what did we say? We said it was about 10:15.
It's about 10:30, 10:45.
10
Or yeah.
10:30, 10:45. So, yeah, she is she's tried this a couple times now, so she's pretty sure it's gonna work. She's also just, gotten other people in the house used to the sound of her window opening and closing so that no one thinks it's weird. And she's going to open a window and there's no screen in it. So she just slips out in a very floaty way.
Okay. Um yeah. And you are going on a nightly patrol. Well, something you've been doing for about, you'd say, a week now?
I think this is like the second day.
Okay. So this is your second day. Your first day was a little
Like
uneventful.
it's been a week of preparation. So it's been a week of opening and closing the window, um, slowly stealing the different outfit pieces. Um, so it's been a preparation, but
Okay.
this is the second day out at night.
So your first day was really uneventful.
Yeah.
Uh like there was almost nothing, uh no crime was really committed. You went out late at night thinking, "Oh, this is going to be great. All the criminals are going to be out. You're going to uh you're going to do such a good job." Uh but you also kind of realize you were in not that bad of a neighborhood.
It's very, it's apartment buildings. It's a residential area. I mean, honestly, it was good that there was nothing yesterday because when she first got out of the window, she definitely fell like 10 feet before stopping herself.
All right. And as you're just kind of patrolling this residential area, not expecting much, you do see some activity in a local bank. You you see some flashlight going on inside this bank, uh and upon closer inspection you see that one of the glass doors has been broken. Hmm. Someone has broken into this bank after hours.
Showtime.
All
She
right.
says as she falls 2 feet before righting herself.
All right. Uh, so you go into this bank
Mhm.
to see what's going on. Um, how would you like to proceed?
Um, I would like to have been smart enough to open up my moves.
That is
Um,
a
Mass moves PDF basic moves. Okay, I don't know what website this is, but cool. I would like to assess the situation.
fantastic. I would like you to roll plus superior.
Alrighty. That is an 8.
That is an 8. You can ask me one question.
Yes, the questions are what here is the biggest threat?
So, uh, upon on in inspecting the uh the place, you see where the most activity is, and you see about 4 individuals, uh, and 2 of them have these strange looking, uh, like they almost look like sci-fi ray guns, and one of them is pointed at the vault door, and there's a strange like wub 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 sound. Uh, Folks reading the comic would even see that onomatopoeia on the page, uh, as some sort of strong force is pulling on this vault door, and things are creaking. This thing looks to be dangerous. If it can pull like that heavy objects with that kind of force, what can it do in the opposite direction?
Okay. Well, first things first, we have to get the gun away.
You do.
Um, yeah. So, surprise move. Uh, gonna kind of shove the gun out of that person's hands.
Okay. Um so and you're going to be using your which powers are you planning on using with this?
Right now, telekinesis.
So you're going to use telekinesis, and you're going to use telekinesis to try and like just shove the gun out of their hand. Okay.
Yoink.
So
Maybe pull it towards myself. Hopefully, if he takes his hand off the trigger, it will stop pulling. Otherwise, I may accidentally
Barbara Gordon
close
yourself?
the door.
so
Oof. Big oof.
uh
It's a hell of an episode 1.
so you are so you this is not really a actually, you know what? With the forces of this gun that are being exerted on this door in one direction, and you using your telekinesis to force it in a different direction, I'm gonna say that this will require you to unleash your powers.
I
There's
think so too.
you're still rather new at all of this.
Yeah, no, this is like literally the first time that she's doing anything like this, so that
Yeah.
makes total sense. So that is plus freak. Cool, that's a 10.
That's 10. Fantastic. That is a complete success. You are able to well, yank this ray gun out of the one trying to pry open the doors for his hands as it flies towards you. However, this does draw attention to you as the four thugs are now looking at you, just wondering what the hell is going on. What is that?
So she looks at the 4 of them and goes, "Hey, I mean, hi. I mean, I got you now." No, that's
Oh.
not good either.
Blaster! As one of them
Sass is an awful-
that looks like they have the other futuristic like ray gun and holds it up towards you and actually does fire. And what is fired at you is yeah, well, I mean, we're just gonna say that like in this case, it's just like a energy bolt blasted at you to knock you back. I'm gonna need you to take a powerful blow.
Cool. Cool, that's a 10.
Oh!
Oof.
Oh!
Oh dear.
Oh, that's so fun.
Your first
Um,
night ain't going too well.
Is this the sound we
So-
heard down the street?
It'll be fine.
So I know
What we think.
we had a so I know we had an you had an idea for
Not yet.
this.
Not yet.
I don't think this would be the moment for you
No.
to do that idea for it.
It's not.
But
Their
on a
eyes are
10
wide. They're
plus,
excited.
you must remove yourself from the situation, flee, pass out, etc. Lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way, or choose 2 from the E7 to 9 list.
So it's either gonna be you give ground and you struggle past the pain, or it is remove yourself from the situation. Can I come back to the situation? Like if I remove myself, like if I flee and
Yes.
Okay.
So So yes, this uh so this like ball of like plasma or some sort of energy that you're unfamiliar with, just like as soon as it hits you, like it's unaffected by your telekinesis, is unaffected by your gravity
Yeah, it just
manipulation.
like slams into her and she
It's
actually like
and it
slams back.
explodes. It
Yeah.
explodes. Oh, it's just uh furniture goes flying, and there's just coins and scattered, heard safety glasses shattered, and you are literally thrown from this bank. Uh
I don't think she's thrown from the bank. I think she's thrown against the wall. She squishes against the wall. This is the first time that she's felt super powered pain and she immediately flees.
okay.
Mm.
But
Shit. Oh,
it
shit. Oh,
is
shit.
this explosion that draws the attention of our three heroes just down the block
She
at
flies up to the so she like goes out the door, she flies up to the roof and she's like, "Okay. Okay. Okay, Shinobu. You can um you know what? You know what was really stupid of you? It was really stupid to do the telekinesis. You should have just crushed the gun. Okay. All right. I can do this."
so this is you removing yourself from that scene
Yeah.
for now. So now we'll start a new scene the with our heroes on top of the uh on top of the roof of the Gilroy Theater, and they can join in, find you, and then it will be a new scene
Mhm.
in for you. So
Uh,
yes, down the street, at the uh, uh, at the second Zephyr Bank, hang, just about a block and a half from the Gilroy Theater, there is this just booming explosion. Right in the middle of Hound's sentence, saying, "Well, we should go back to the doghouse," and boom.
And here I thought we were going to have a quiet evening.
yeah, but you know what they say, night's still young, and Hound is going to start teleporting over towards the sound of the explosion.
All right. Yeah. Hound, you just start like uh port coring your way towards the
Yeah, it's a bunch of
Teleporting.
small jumps.
Now
Yeah.
you're in with portals.
But Hound does try to make it look flashy, as in, like, I finally have something that can be considered a superpower. Look at me!
Yeah.
And then he's gonna be like proud of himself. He's gonna turn to look at us. He's gonna hit a lamppost or something.
I'm
Yeah.
going to embrace my own theme and create, like, essentially Hermes boots. Like,
Wingy shoes. Yeah.
I'll
Um
effectively be
so
gorillaing my happy ass away
I
towards
feel like
towards that. That'd be
I
great.
feel like with creating the wingy shoes of Hermes and trying to fly with them, that's going to take a lot of concentration. I will need it seems like that would be an unleash your powers.
I'm more than willing to roll that. I just think it's funny because,
If
like,
you eat shit as you go to take
well,
off,
no,
we're gonna...
it's just funny because I've never had to unleash my powers for like a motorcycle or a van or something like that. Because it's just me going, "Hey, look, it's a thing," and it's moving me.
Yeah. But this is I'm using this thing to fly.
Yeah, I mean, didn't we also talk about me creating a helicopter?
Yes, but we
never
never did.
used
did
that.
it.
Oh, I thought we did. Oh well, that's
No.
fine. That's a 5 and a 3. So
That's an 8. Uh so uh do. So you can either mark a condition, or I can tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary.
Seems like something you're gonna need to practice.
I mean, I'm probably going to need to practice it, so I probably don't look the most graceful doing it.
Yeah.
But
So,
oh, wait a minute. Hold on. It's plus freak. Do I have anything in freak right now? I have a +2, so it's actually a 10.
fantastic.
I forgot to add things. We were doing straight rolls.
So, yeah, no, you do this, and like, you're just like, okay, okay. How does I'm just gonna do it like I'm gonna be running on air. I'm just gonna run on air.
Fully embrace the Hermes.
Yeah,
On deck.
full Ocarina of Time running on air.
Jesus.
And yeah, you start trying to keep up with Hound. Meanwhile, Leviathan just
I'm whole
leaps
jumping. Yep.
leaps tall buildings in a single bound.
Very Rajang, very Donkey Kong, very Hulk.
Yes, very Hulk.
Less parkour, more just go.
More just strength leaps. I've got mad hops. All right.
Yeah, very
So-
very Kong.
So, I think Hound probably makes it to the roof that Shinobu's on first,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of just while Gravitas is standing there, trying to get a hold of herself, just out of nowhere, Hound's going to appear, kind of like do a roll and stand up, look at her up and down and go, "This is either your first night as a villain or your first night as a hero."
This gun isn't mine, and she crushes it in her hands.
Not even
Uh,
hi, not even an answer to
No.
the statement. Just I
Also-
did a thing.
Also,
Oh.
I have to ask, just because it is important to me. Hound, what is the onomatopoeia for your teleporting?
Oh my gosh.
Because Nightcrawlers is Bamf.
I feel like his is it's more electronic because it's not like an innate ability of his. It's it's the
It's
suit.
more like
So,
or
that-
like Dice suggested, it's a vump.
Whoomp. It's
There's
more
a
of a
conversation
whoomp.
we need to have after this, based on onomatopoeia, but for a very different sound effect.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, I think it is more of a whoomp.
Whoop.
Okay.
I
Okay.
like the idea of VOOMP.
I was
Vroom.
thinking of, like, you know the sound when you open a Coke?
Your teleport sounds like opening a glass bottle.
KTSSS.
No, Voomp, Voomp, there it is.
Whoomp, here I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have fun
Yeah,
with that.
no, I
sounds
like
like
it.
sounds like Cryptid wants the W instead of the V.
Whoop. Why not both?
Vo- or
A
yeah,
Voomp.
Voomp.
Whoomp.
Whoop.
Whoomp. Yeah, there we
Okay.
go.
It's the
Yeah,
electrons charging.
so
It's
Hound
fine.
Voomps in.
Voomp.
Whoops in.
If you ever fail, is it Voomp with an F at the end? Voomp.
No, that's
No,
just
it's
him going
Whoomp
fuck
splat.
as it fails. Yeah.
All right. Hey, this is important. A lot of superheroes have
Comic language.
have onomatopoeias associated with them.
It's true.
Yeah, and then next would be Pyrrha, who arrives. You said.
Yeah. I would say like the biggest struggle for her is stopping, maybe.
Ah, what?
Just kind of like skids in and sees Gravitas and
amazing.
goes, "Hi, issues?"
Are you the issue?
Meant to do this. She looks at the gun that she's just crushed in her hands.
Not that. The boom.
Oh. Yeah, I think they're trying to steal something. I did take their well, it's broken now.
Good.
Thanks
Good,
for
good.
disarming all of them. One of
Uh,
them.
Pyrrha's just gonna go
We're
towards
like-
the sound, not.
There were like 3 or maybe 4. Unless someone was invisible, so there could have been 5.
Like
would
we're
go with
counting
5.
invisibility like that's a common aspect. There could have been one,
Superheroes. I don't
but
know.
we don't know. Yeah. There was no
Uh,
evidence of an invisible one at all, so it's just like we're planning for invisible people.
Yeah, Pyrrha hasn't stuck around. She just kept
There's
going,
definitely
essentially.
There's definitely at least one other gun.
And no one's
Um,
like, what does gun
Boom.
do? What did nope, just gun.
It,
Okay.
it hurt.
Gun
Like,
make boom.
Just bullets or like.
No, I don't.
Is it like the
no
noisy cricket?
bullets. No bullets. She's like checking to make sure
Like
she didn't get
concussive
shot.
force?
What does it
She
shoot?
she definitely got shot, and like
But
there
she's
are
trying to make sure that there's not a bullet.
Is your
wound in
cosplay
her.
stuff all damaged now?
your cosplay stuff is
It's all
definitely
fucked up.
damaged.
Rough.
Also, she's definitely rough looking.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be fun. Where am I?
Where are you?
I'd probably be about to be landing rooftop if with conversation that's taking place.
Oh,
Yeah,
take 3 steps to your left, please, or float 3 feet to your left, please.
You just
Just thunk.
Okay, so what does she see when Leviathan lands?
oh boy.
Yeah, what does she see?
You're seeing effectively a roided out, scaled up, 7 foot tall, covered in scales and bony spine protrusions, reptilian figure. Not a kind looking one at that. Just on initial
So-
glance.
So like if Godzilla dressed like the Hulk.
Right.
Yeah, very Killer Croc.
Modern
so Leviathan
Killer Croc.
lands,
Yeah, modern Killer Croc,
and
yeah.
the only thing she can say is, "You're tall."
Proud
I'll
of you.
admit- I'm, I'll admit that's probably not the first thing I've ever heard when people see me. What the hell's going on? Guys, have you found out anything?
Oh, it talks.
Oh, he.
Yeah.
Oh, he. You're right. I'm so sorry. I should have asked for pronouns.
Well, hey, Levi, Pyrrha just went in to go deal with the situation. Sounds like there's
Yeah.
4 guys, maybe 1 gun.
Yeah, all right.
There also may be 5 guys. 1 might be invisible.
I'll ask in advance. Any civilians?
Maybe 5 guys. They may or may not have burgers and fries.
I knew exactly that's where that was going.
5 guys, maybe not in and out, but at least 5 guys has decent price.
Is there any civilians? Was the question I had. The place is supposed to be closed.
How
It is
do
a
you-
banquet.
Tell the civilians from the bad guys.
Oh boy. Leviathan, you go help Pyrrha and figure this all out.
Can
gonna
I
make
try
sure our
something goofy? Based on that, since we're on the roof, can I break through the roof and like send material down underneath me that I fall in on? distraction, interruption, maybe land on a guy or two. I don't know.
Let him. Let him.
So
Let's rule of cool this bullshit.
we can certainly try and rule of cool it. But let's see. Do you have anything that can? Do you have any moves that could?
Technically, unstoppable when you smash your way through scenery to get to or away from something. I'm getting to
Yeah.
something.
Yep.
Really hoping I'm not caught in the crossfire because, like,
You
already
have much better
there.
self protections as opposed to most other people.
Yep.
Yeah, but I don't know that you're not gonna accidentally land on my ass with this stuff.
I have one opportunity for getting the jump on them.
I'm gonna
Quite
die.
literally.
Roll me unstoppable.
Okay, let's see. Plus danger.
Could this technically be me helping because I showed up as a distraction first?
Okay, so plus danger. Let's get danger's full. All right, let's have some fun.
No, because you weren't actively. You didn't know what he was going to do.
That's fair. I
And
show
So
up
what did you
trying
roll?
to say
Plus
something
3.
clever and then
11.
Okay. So we'll go over the results of that in a second. But Pyrrha did get down there first.
I'm coming down. It's fine.
Yeah. Going through. What? Yes, Pyrrha. What you see is uh, is a group of 4 criminals.
Mhm.
One of them is now barking orders while simply just holding up a gun, while 2 are wearing what look like gauntlets, and it's like high tech gauntlets. One of them is just like pulling on this vault door, uh, while another one seems to be trying to like uh because like it's slightly open and almost ajar, and one is just like trying to punch it and bend the metal of this vault door. And it's very loud. Uh, how would you like to proceed?
Well, the guy with the gun seems like the biggest threat at the moment to me.
I
So
mean, you could certainly assess the situation and make certain of that if you like.
I feel like I need to make certain of it. There was a boom. The new chick mentioned a gun. I'ma just consider consider assume at some point the big muscles coming and look at the guy with the gun. And I had this concept in my mind of do you remember this is gonna sound so stupid, but do you remember in that in the Little Mermaid where all the sea creatures start
Yes.
attacking Ursula in human form, and the like starfish thing goes right over her mouth and nose and basically starts suffocating her?
Yes.
Yeah, that was my
I'll be
vision of
specific
basically
example.
throwing like some kind of scarf at him that I conjure to just kind of cover and
On a
it's like
more superhero example, it's like when Robin was Red X and did the thing over Raven so she couldn't do her spells.
Okay.
I'm
More
basically just
superhero.
looking to give him the worst mask ever, so that instead of aim and fire, it's oh god, I cannot breathe.
Okay. So
Don't leave it on too long; it might kill him.
I'm gonna ask you to directly engage a threat.
Okay. which is danger,
Yeah.
which I have a solid 0 in. Cool.
Hey,
Let's see.
better than a negative.
That depends entirely on the situation.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
Danger is what lets me go through walls.
Danger is what lets you go through walls.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
This is just such a way
that's
for
a
Gravitas
6.
to meet the team.
That is a 6.
That
So
is a
that
6.
is unfortunately a failure.
Potential.
You do mark potential. That is indeed true. So that is the silver lining.
So I don't
But
suffocate him. I just distract him briefly.
so it is yes, you throw out this like construct to try and like muzzle this man. And 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 the one who seems to be unarmed now, uh uh, sees you rushing in and goes, "Boss, look out!" Oh, and the boss, the boss, the one carrying the big future gun, uh, turns sees the muzzle flying uh, and ducks out of the way. Uh, he- this then smashes uh into the vault door. Uh, it doesn't really do anything, but it it misses. This is then when Leviathan breaks through not only one of the front doors that hasn't been broken, but also the like door frame as he's just like leaping from it the opposite rooftop into the bank and just kind of like collapsing part of the entrance and charging into this bank. Uh yeah, the revolving door is just bent and
I wouldn't have fit anyway. I had to make it work.
yeah,
What is it? The metal
uh
shears and bends in place.
yes, you smash your way through the scenery to get to or away from something. On a hit, the world breaks before you, and you get what you want. You are trying to get to the boss, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you are able to get in front of the boss, who is uh absolutely terrified,
Good.
and uh you know what? We are going to mark the afraid in a
I'm
condition on
hoping this
him.
gets to turn into a thing where it was it where Bullseye gets told by Hulk to do his taxes.
Um,
Hulk says do taxes, I do my taxes.
not quite.
No.
This
Just
is
just
this
just
is
for the sake of fun.
uh that would be a different one of your abilities.
Yeah, that's coming.
Uh, but in response, he just starts panic firing this future gun, and it's point blank on you. I need you to take a direct hit,
That's fine.
take a powerful
Fucking
blow.
bet. Okay, that's which one? Powerful blow.
Roll plus
is
conditions.
Snake eyes. Snake eyes.
Conditions, right?
No, we're
Uh,
not playing the GI Joe role playing game. There is no Snake Eyes.
That's any game with 2 dice. Let's see. Okay, two powerful blow. Okay. I have no conditions, so thank goodness.
Okay.
So let's see what we got. And take preferable. That was low roll aim.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 4. 1 and a 3.
Fantastic. You stand strong. Mark potential as normal, and say how you weather the blow from this futuristic heck, just energy blast gun.
As I see the gun start to charge to fire in the instant that I have, I'm going to initiate bone growths across the entire front plate of where it's going to, or where it's aimed at, I should say.
Okay. So you
Bone
get
plates.
these bone growths across your chest, which kind of create this like
Extra layer
cuirass.
of armor. Yeah.
And uh and it just blasts and spreads across as uh as creating this like strangely beautiful like burst effect from your chest, and just blasts into the like various bits of scenery around.
I became a frag grenade that I also stood in the way of.
Yes.
Wild.
Yeah, there's like a scene from Pyrrha's perspective behind Leviathan where there's just like, I don't know, like a reverse pair of like light wings on the front of
Her
Leviathan.
dark wings appear. It's a fun thing.
So instead of like light wings appearing behind him, it's like uh yeah, it's
Biblically accurate.
yeah,
Biblically accurate.
The biblically accurate Leviathan. Wait.
biblically accurate
That's
Leviathan.
infinitely worse.
That's infinitely different.
That's infinitely different.
Biblically accurate Hulk.
Mm-hmm. That's no good. That's no good for anybody.
It's a biblically
Oh,
accurate
shit.
Reese.
Oh, I want the biblically accurate Reese's.
We're not there yet.
A biblically accurate Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah, Hound, Gravitas. Gravitas, you've not introduced yourself, but that's fine. There are other things at hand. What are you doing on the rooftop now that you have just seen Leviathan literally leap into action and just tank a blast to the face?
Come here.
Do you guys do this often?
More often than we probably should.
This is all fairly normal.
Neither of
I
you
mean,
are
I
there.
wouldn't-
I'm only talking to Hound.
Oh, right. You
Well,
haven't
I know.
followed. Got it.
That was a player response. More often than we probably should.
I mean, enough where we're kind of making up the plan on the fly right now.
As we've tended to do.
Okay.
And more often than not works out.
What should I do?
Can you do
Well-
anything? I don't know.
Well, first off, Hound. We're gonna use our made-up names right now.
Okay. Gravity. No, that's a stupid name.
Yeah, you need something with a little bit more gravitas to it.
I knew that was coming. God damn it.
Is anyone close enough to
Gravitas.
throw something at him?
That's perfect. Okay.
I mean,
go
I
with
have
that.
I have a much longer range of throwing than most people.
Uh,
That's genius. Wow.
Okay, not we're okay. Okay, so you're gonna go by that. Okay.
So your name is Genius Wow.
That's the name
You
of the
know-
game today.
I bet there is somebody out there called Genius Wow.
There is now.
Oh Jesus.
There was
there's
at
also
least one of that guy.
someone, but So, like the three of us got this handled right now. Actually, the two of them probably got this handled.
Mm-hmm. I like being a moving wall. This is great.
So like we're good.
You're a wall. I'm a Swiss Army knife. It's fine.
Effectively.
Are you telling me to go?
Well, you do seem a little stressed.
I'm not stressed.
Oh, a little out of your depth.
Meanwhile, you just hear crashes and booms and yells from
ah.
Hound over here doing public relations with this new
PR and
potential hero.
consultation.
Yeah,
Listen, we've already
like a hero
established Hound is
consultation,
the
and
PR man.
Who
Hound is the
should
PR
not
man.
be?
Yeah, but we've already established it, so we're rolling. We're rolling with the mistakes we've made.
For now. They'll need to be adjusted later. It'll be fine.
Hound is just gonna look at Gravitas and go like, all right, so we're gonna do what we're gonna do, and you can go do whatever
Careful.
you're gonna do. I hope that costume wasn't expensive. And he's just gonna like fall backwards into the hole that Leviathan built and vroom down to the bottom.
Gravitas is still on the roof and is like, actually, horribly so. Especially in man hours.
Oh, it was homemade.
No! Oh no! Your poor cosplay.
It's not cosplay.
No,
He
it's
paid for someone
worse.
else's-
Oh, did you buy these things?
No. It's her mom's.
Oh, you're dead. Got it. Yeah.
Gravitas
Right.
is going to kind of float over and like start floating down, kind of staying hidden to see what's going on.
All right.
What do they
Uh,
see?
so yeah, would you like to assess the situation?
So, I mean, it's more that she wants to see what's going on, not so much, not assess the situation yet.
Okay.
Or just a witness.
So
What the
the
hell's going
scene-
on down there?
So the scene that you see playing out is that the group of
Lay down.
bank robbers have suddenly scattered away from the vault door, and Leviathan is standing there being very intimidating. He's got some large bone protrusions,
More than he had a minute
larger
ago.
than when you first saw him. Pyrrha is looks like she is in like a battle ready stance, holding a spear with a raven flying around her, and
Lay down.
and Hound is also looking ready to fight.
Ow.
Holding we said they were like eskrima sticks, stun batons.
Yeah, he has brass knuckles, but he mostly uses eskrima sticks. The brass knuckles are a just in case type of
Fallback.
thing.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
his secondary.
Yeah. 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 That is what you see. So how How do any of you wish to proceed?
So
So
the sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, so as Hound appears, just pretty much in between, directly in the middle between Levi and Pyrrha, he's just going to be like, "So guys, I kind of told Gravitas, that's her name, by the way, to do her own thing. So she may be coming in to fight with us. I don't know. How are we looking down here?"
I really hope just there's a cutaway. The boss is still screaming and firing at me, and it's doing nothing. I'm like, I think we got it.
I mean,
Well, they have scattered and they're trying to reassess the situation.
Well, it seems like roundup's the way to go.
Oh, they have to roll for that.
ah,
Mhm.
I am the editor in chief. I don't have to roll shit.
that is fair.
It's an automatic
Um,
10.
They
I'm-
Yeah.
have the frayed condition.
So I think what Pyrrha's next attempt is going to be is since the specific directed like shot didn't work, she's gonna try a tried and true kind of thing, and instead of small, she's gonna go big and go with like essentially like a gladiator net to just kind of completely cover one, maybe two, whoever she can get. You said they scattered, so I assume they're not on top of each other.
They are not. No.
Also, can I take the gun from the boss? I don't know.
You will have to directly engage a threat.
That's fine.
Uh,
Go ahead and do the net thing.
with
I
him
will plan for that.
first.
I'm pretty sure
So-
Rev put 4 villains here so that we can each take down one.
Mhm.
So yeah, you. So first, Pyrrha, you're just creating a construct of this gladiator net.
I mean, I don't know if you're familiar with the vision of a gladiator holding a trident and a net, but it's a fairly common duo in terms of
Yes.
weaponry.
No, I'm
So-
well aware of that. Yes. Yes.
So we're just embracing that and trying to get that
All
net over one of
What
the
about
guys.
the geese?
So I'm gonna ask you to roll to engage a threat. Yeah, and since we've established that Leviathan is going to go after the one with the big future rifle, there are 3 other options. Which one are you going for?
One of the guys with the gauntlets, I guess. You said there were 2 guys with gauntlets, and what was the other one?
The other one had their gun stolen.
Oh. So he's the bitch. Okay, cool. No, one of the gauntlets.
Okay.
But I'm perfectly happy with the double sixes I just rolled. So
Oh, fantastic. So with rolling to directly engage a threat, yeah, pick 2. As you start trading blows, with this individual, the gauntlets seem to be enhancing his strength. As anytime you he strikes and you block with the spear, you just feel a violent vibration going up your arm, until finally you are able to successfully put the net over him and hit him. However you wish to do that, and what 2 options would you like to do?
I would take. I'd like to take his mobility from him for damn sure.
Okay.
And
This is a technicality, but why not?
I mean, I could say that I'd like to. Yeah, I'd like to take his mobility from him and then use my signature move of now go sleep. To effectively frighten him. But
Okay. So you're gonna use some vitality absorption.
yeah.
Yeah. So taking on the one with the power gauntlets, you are able
Right.
to
Screamy baby.
uh so yes, sorry, our tech person decided to interject and comment on the situation.
I
But
just might.
yeah, yes, you are able to throw the net over them. They're almost powerless to stop as the net, like, I'm guessing because it is completely under your control, not only just covers them, but also just like binds them.
Yeah.
Uh,
What are you
and
doing?
you just like
Baby girl.
place a hand over their head, draining them of some vitality, and they
Hey,
just
I called her
are
Goopy,
out
not
cold.
Bitey.
Hold
Guess
on,
what you don't
just
get to do anymore.
just with a what the fuck thunk.
Now sleep.
Slip.
Uh,
The big slip.
Does a quick a quick little offering to Hypnos, like, for you.
uh, then let's go with yes. So we had Leviathan. You were going after the guy with the gun. Yes.
Yes.
I
The balls. The
I'm
big
I'm
balls.
I'm Goldbluming here. Uh
That happens.
uh
Plus danger for threat.
yes. Sorry, I start to Goldblum if I'm sleep deprived.
You're good. Let's see. Pyrrha, you said you rolled double sixes last time?
Boom.
I rolled double sixes for a total of 15. That's a 12 plus 3.
Damn.
Jesus.
Uh
I don't know why my danger's not higher. I'm
teamwork
deadly.
just makes the dream work, I guess. Uh so
I get 2, yeah, for a 10 up.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say I'm going to take something from them. I will take the gun.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to impress, surprise, or frighten. I understand he's already afraid, but I'm going to kind of lay this home.
Okay.
I'm effectively just gonna do what people do with like empty soda cans, and I'm just gonna and smash the machine together.
Okay.
Just staring him deadpan in the eyes.
Could have saved
Okay,
it. Could have given it the Hound.
so
Nah, he
this
just got new stuff. He's fine.
yeah, as you like crush it and like I'm guessing also kind of roar in this guy's face, uh you do see that like this was not how he expected today to go. And there's
No,
a bit of
probably
a
not.
dark spot forming in the front of his jeans.
Oh, poor guy.
Next,
He's
Gravitas,
not gonna be
where
boss
are you
after
going?
this.
I'll let Hound go first.
Okay,
Hound hasn't
Hound.
gotten to do anything.
So there's still one guy with the gauntlets left.
There's one guy with a gauntlets left, and then there's one guy that Gravitas took their weapon from.
You still got 2 henchmen out in the open lobby. Have fun.
So Hound is
They're
going to
thugs,
look.
not
It's that
henchmen.
time of day.
Hound is going to look at the thug with the gauntlets, and I think the thug with the gauntlets is going to look at Hound and go like, "Oh, this is a regular dude. I can do this." And kind of try to look tough at
And-
Hound.
Oh, honey.
And you actually see him like square up and like do the doof doof as the gauntlets kind of spark I think every time they do, and they square up in like just like a classic boxing.
So I just rolled to directly engage a threat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad I switched to normal dice instead of my
Praying to
Digi-
RNGesus.
Your digital ones that fail you at every turn.
yeah, that's a 10.
It says the one who constantly gets
Speaking
conned
as the
and
resident
beating
dice
her.
maker, all I can
just
say
before.
is you're welcome.
That is
Okay,
that is 3 complete successes in a row.
so
Uh,
I want your input, Rev. What do you think is more nonchalant and funny? Teleporting behind him to shock the shit out of him, or just tossing him a screamer stick to dome him?
Plunk.
honestly, I think it would be a bit of both. As he goes to like run and charge and do like just a haymaker. Her, her. You teleport behind and then just casually thunk.
Just whoomp, boom. He falls down.
It's the off button that everybody has right about here.
Yeah.
It is the best use of the onomatopoeia of plunk.
And
I can
it's
see why-
plunk zap.
As he like starts to struggle to get up from getting hit, just bzzz. He's down.
I got him.
Bonk didn't stay down.
Hey, Hound is contributing to combat. I am so happy.
Oh my gosh,
and
proud,
this is
proud of you.
Proud day,
Uh,
it's your first combat.
and this is gonna give the thugs the insecure her
The
or
condition?
actually, you know what, we'll say it's not insecure, we'll say it's hopeless. As the fourth
Mhm.
like legitimately tries to run out.
Okay, so this is where I get to do something.
Yes, absolutely.
Have fun.
The fourth one starts to run out, and Gravitas
Hey, honey,
causes the gravity
put in there.
beneath his feet to increase significantly so that he can no longer run. And
Okay, how
Oh.
significantly?
not enough to kill him, just enough that
You're looking at about
he
3
can no
times.
longer he can no longer move. Like
He's not
Okay.
the sun, but he is on like fucking Jupiter.
yeah, like he's too heavy,
not
and
like he
then
does it
she's
on
gonna go up to
purpose.
him, and
We were talking about reading people
Most
from film.
things are gonna
He
fall
hears-
to
And we
gravity.
might have done
This is
it on
ridiculous.
he hears in his head, give up, give up, give up, give up, give up, give up,
Go to
give
sleep,
up.
go to sleep, go to sleep.
up, give up,
Yeah, she's telepathic
I-
too.
As he
give up.
just like is like just runs and smack back just face first into some bit of rubble. Well, like
Hey, honey,
and like
did that check
tries to
the other
struggle and pull
check?
himself up, just blood leaking from like a broken nose. Oh, it was,
I don't want to burn out your brain. Please?
and
Did you just lay on the world's heaviest invisible like weighted blanket on this man and just
I'm not jelly.
Like part of me wants to like watch her like her eyes just wide boring into his soul, just kind of casually walk up. Do we all here go give up, give up, give up, or is it just him?
No, it's just him.
Just him.
And it is at that point that he does in fact give up by giving up and just like laying down and just going, fuck this job.
Can I take 2 fingers after that and just kind of actually put him to sleep?
No, because I think so. He says fuck this job in his
Yeah,
head.
as he drifts out of consciousness.
Well, I
Just
don't
like-
think he's out of consciousness because she wants to ask him if he's giving up and he's like fuck this job. She wants to ask him.
Go for it.
Okay.
So
think
she
the one that
telepathically
Leviathan had.
asks him,
Okay.
who are you doing this job for? She's watched enough superhero shows.
Enough
No,
shows.
I'm sorry.
Who-
She says, who sent you?
Who do you work for?
That guy. Like,
I hope that
Somehow
she's
the least in Gravitas is somehow the least intimidating of us all, but also the most intimidating.
No, this is she's overexcited, so she like way oversells it.
And so he just goes, just send me to jail.
I still have the boss. Does that gonna mean anything?
And then she actually speaks. She's like, no, it'd be really great if you could tell us who sent you so we can go after them next.
oh, you're so earnest. Quit it.
It is as you are interrogating this this
Offer to
criminal
feed him to the beast. It's fine.
that you start to see red and blue flashing lights and hear the distinctive whoop whoop.
It's the sound of the beast. Whoop whoop. It's the
Uh,
sound of
we
the
should-
Sound
beast.
of the police.
Guys, we should
Here's
leave.
gonna conjure like just standard issue handcuffs in front of Leviathan and Hound so that they can lock up their dudes and
I'm gonna pick mine up by the scruff and drag it out to put with the rest of everyone else. Up. All right.
just very much a here, lock their asses up and
I got it.
As there is still one tied up in a net. One is like barely conscious with a broken nose laying on the ground.
And for whatever reason, no one knows why, he just can't stand up.
oh no, she's
one
gonna
one is
offer
very
handcuffs.
unconscious.
Uh-huh.
And the other one
Actually,
is
no, two are
twisting.
very unconscious, and one is just terrified and
No. No. No, that'll be fun.
just take us to jail. Just take us to jail, Tony.
Off-
mate.
Okay,
offers
so out of-
handcuffs to Gravitas. You wanna
Oh, cool.
They're-
Now
they
do
look
I-
like normal handcuffs, but they're just kind of glowing
No, I
blue.
got that. I got. Do I handcuff him to something else? I don't.
I mean,
there's
you
usually
s-
like a pipe you can.
Behind the back, the cops are almost here. We want to just make it easy for them to drag him away.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Like we just have
okay,
keys for these.
standard issue.
Sorry. Is one more chance you could tell us who you work for? No. Cool. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna put these handcuffs on you. Sorry.
Hey, Rev.
Don't
Yo.
apologize. Don't apologize.
You were saying that one guy is just absolutely like terrified. Have you ever heard the sound of like alligators rumbling in the water?
I have.
That's the sound he gets.
Yeah, and he's just like, oh, don't eat me.
No.
At this point,
Hound
I'm gonna
is
start leaning into my fear stuff more because that shit's fucking hilarious.
She, Gravitas pats the guy on the head and is like, "Cool. Thanks for playing."
Thanks for playing. Thank you for playing my game.
Do we want to bike and sidecar out of here, or
Hound is looking at the gauntlets he's taken off this guy.
Mhm.
Too bulky.
Yet you wanted me to take the
Wow.
gun?
She's
Wow.
looking at the other three expectantly.
Okay, we should go.
Yeah. So, are you making a car, or are we all just going our own ways?
I can car. Like
We have a hard light vehicle. Let's go.
yeah.
Also, I really hope that the car is just big enough to maintain 4 regular sized people.
No.
And no. Hold on. But then I'm gonna offer to drive this one and be like Mr. Incredible in the first movie.
It just has an incredibly large front seat.
Terrible.
What is
So-
that old Simpsons gag where Nelson laughs at the dude driving a small
Oh, and he's like
car?
way too tall. Yeah.
Oh,
He's like, "That's what
this
I
is
can afford."
absolutely a convertible because I know better.
Gravitas, you
I
coming?
made him a convertible, and it's just completely
So-
shredded.
Just to be clear, you have created a car.
Yes.
Made of hard light, effectively. Yeah.
It's vaguely glowing blue.
Gravitas, you coming with us, or are you flying on your own? Like,
We need to just kind of make this choice now.
None of you have been drinking, right?
Should we have?
I'm the only one who drinks, and I'm not driving.
Okay.
Come on.
Also, it's not a real car.
We can't get
Don't
pulled
think
over
that
in
makes
this?
it better.
It'll be okay,
Uh,
promise. And she kind of hops into the front seat. Next, not the driver's side, but
who's in the back seat?
Hound is.
So what Hound will notice is that Gravitas kind of floats over. I don't know if he noticed that she was floating before then, because it was like she like floats like this far off the ground. Like, so it's not like obvious like Superman or whatever. But she kind of like collapses into the car and then like pulls her legs in.
All right.
does she look for a seatbelt is my question. Okay, I feel like I would notice, considering your hesitancy about the car in general, looking for the seatbelt, and it's just Pyrrha going, "Oh, sorry," and like just summons seatbelts for
And
everyone except Leviathan, who's basically wedged.
Yeah, and even so, I'm not sure a car hitting me is going to kill me.
Fair. All right, let's go.
yeah, she looks.
Do you leave a note?
At this point, I feel like Pyrrha may have like used her own printer to create like just a form card.
Like calling card type things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What does the calling card look like?
It
It
so
would
it's
probably
just
help
gonna.
if we had a team, by the way.
We
We have
don't have a
team
team name. We don't.
I
But
know.
she basically just keeps using her own little symbol that she has. And the card in question is like probably like postcard size. And it says something like from your friendly neighborhood's superheroes, sorry to dash, and it just kind of has a little symbol, but it's all in like copper scripting, and it's just kind of a bluish, like various water theme on the back. Like
I
it's
really
not really
hope that-
fancy.
I really hope
really-
that the guys we left behind, they're handcuffed behind the back, they're laying on their stomachs, and they're like, okay, guys, they're gone. We could probably get up. And there's just that one guy going, don't move. just absolutely is like, don't move, they'll come back. And I don't want them to come back.
To be
Boss
fair,
ain't gonna be
two of
boss
them
much
are
longer.
very unconscious.
I really like the idea that the calling card says these criminals were caught by, and then Pyrrha has to write in Pyrrha, Leviathan, Hound. We found them trying to line that says insert crime here, robbing a bank.
I like that better.
Like it's a damn Mad Libs card.
It's more like just it's a form letter that
Yeah.
we have to fill in, and the names are like super small because it's like it just says parentheses team name, but it doesn't actually, we don't have a team name, so it's just all of us, and it's
To be
Right.
determined.
Trying to rob
Yeah.
a bank. Other details include they had tech weapons.
You might find right choices, remnants.
a bit of a
Yeah.
sidebar. I work at I work as a game master at an escape room facility. After each game, we have to fill out a post-episode form that
Mhm.
says what game was played and what time they played. Did they have a
Mhm.
good time? Did you have to go in to the game at any point? Did they win? How much time did they have
Yup.
left? It's like you guys have your own Google form, but just in the form of a
It's
post-it
handprinted, so we just
card.
yeah. We just
postcard. I know a guy. He works at Kinko's. No.
God damn it. But yeah, so we're making our bail away. On that call, it's just I'll make a call. I was like, so are we heading back to base, or are we
Yep.
dealing with this one first?
Nope. Base seems like a good plan.
You have a base?
Do you mind putting on a blindfold?
Yes.
Like, yes, you will, or yes, you mind.
Yes, they
If I
mind.
mind.
Pyrrha.
Yeah.
And I was just snap the fingers and hoping for a blindfold to show
Uh,
up.
See, here's the thing. There could be two reactions to Pyrrha, because that could be create the blindfold that doesn't come off, or just put her to sleep. You gotta be specific with me.
I was leaning into the blindfold nonsense. Don't want them to be able to be conscious of the world unless they start to panic.
No, that's fair. But okay, maybe not base, but definitely somewhere. Warehouse district? Warehouse district.
And I'm just like, fine. Just I have to know which exit. God damn it!
Oh, the warehouse district.
32C.
Yeah, it's like so not the base now. Okay.
No, we'll go there
Fine.
later when we figure out
Drive!
this.
So this one first. Fine.
Yes.
So to the warehouse district. Pull over. The car just disappears.
Basically, yeah.
So you know me, I'm Hound, as previously mentioned. This is Leviathan or Levi, and this is Pyrrha.
Pyrrha, oh my god, I am not fire.
Pyrrha, just Pyrrha. And then there's Orion. He's not here right now. You'll meet him later.
So your pronouns are he, him.
Yes.
Your pronoun? No, I was talking to Leviathan.
And I was affirming that you were correct.
Okay,
It.
your pronouns are
She, her.
Hear it.
and hounds.
He, him.
Okay.
Hound is the heest of hymns.
Hound is the
she,
closest
her,
thing
just because you know, I had already made a mistake and called someone an it, and that was. I'm so sorry. That was really rude of me.
That's why I was like, oh, the pronouns give up. I'm like he, it. Just playing in on that. Like, yeah, fine. Mm-hmm.
Did your bone stuff get bigger?
Yeah, and just you'll watch as he just makes more protrude out of like the base of his forearm
Okay, I was just thinking that I
and
should
and recede them.
I should get way better at like paying attention to my surroundings.
You all, when we got into the car, you would have seen the spear disappear.
No, she would not have. She
Okay.
would not have noticed.
There is technically one more member, and
Yeah,
Pyrrha just kind of
Orion.
whistles, and Pythos drops down onto her shoulder.
So you're Orion.
This is Pythos.
Oh,
Pythos!
wait. So then who's Orion?
Another member of our team. He's just
Friend.
not here.
He's out on business.
Cool. So you have a team. Cool.
Yeah, we go by the crew.
I don't think we
Honestly,
really go by anything, but
Guys, I'm just trying to spitball here. I'm getting tired of writing all our names on our cards.
I mean, let's be honest. We could just go with whatever Chief Ruskin's been, or Captain Ruskin. Is he a chief or captain? I forget.
He's the police chief.
Yeah, he's police chief.
Whatever Chief Ruskin's been calling us. I mean, what are we?
Yeah. The menaces,
delinquents,
The degenerates,
miscreants.
miscreants. Oh.
He uses a lot of words, none of them good.
I don't mind miscreant.
That kind of sounds like a villain group. You guys aren't villains, are you?
No, he just likes to think we are.
We're just teenage delinquents, ultimately.
I mean, kind of, but like, I'm on like a 12-step program.
But
You're on
mean-
a program. My existence is a crime.
If you're getting technical, being vigilantes, we are technically breaking the law.
As long as you don't drink and drive.
I'm just
mean,
gonna. I really hope that there's just a moment where we just all turn and look at Hound for a minute just to see how he responds.
I haven't
Yeah.
driven once with you.
It's that actually is true because I drove the motorcycle. And
Mhm.
I'm also not drunk right now.
No, and it just doesn't seem like that should be an issue then. So nothing to fear there.
Cool. So, so to be a superhero, you should have a team.
I mean,
So
not
I'm doing it.
necessarily, but all of us are pretty lightweight, so
Relatively new to it.
That's lightweight.
I'll just turn to
mean-
Pyrrha. Should I be offended?
I mean, you should probably take it as a compliment. It means you're trim.
yeah. I mean, the first villain we fought was a radioactive guy who made his own bombs, and then he himself became the bomb. And that's not a compliment. Like, he literally became a bomb.
As someone who had to punch said bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we were dealing with the
great.
devil for a little bit. Then we fought each other for
Devil?
like a hot second.
Devil.
From the Bible.
Okay.
God damn
No,
it.
no, she. Sorry,
She's a
running joke.
I should.
Mob boss.
Okay.
Actually,
Mob boss.
reminds me. Everybody good? Nobody hurt? Everybody cool?
That went about as clean as it possibly could have.
I mean, fair. I feel like we're doing better.
At
Okay.
that, Hound
Nice.
is going to start patting himself up and down.
Uh,
Holy shit!
so-
I didn't take a hit.
Good job, buddy. High five.
So, how
Ah, my wrist.
did you, like, is there like an OK Cupid for finding a team, or like,
At
I hope it's an
yeah,
initiative
it's,
You
it's
know-
mid
that Pyrrha's
it's mid
just like-
2010s. You would like Cinder would be new.
To be fair, we never actually talked about what brought us together other than the fact that like Bandit and I were friends in real life.
I think
Like-
Bandit
Also
just I think Bandit literally recruited us all to the team.
I mean, we were all
Probably.
just happened to be in the local area, which probably helps with that a lot.
Yeah,
Bandit
I
just
think,
knows shit.
I
New.
I think
Bandit was just a people person.
yeah, I literally think
The best
Bandit
of us.
just was able to
Wait,
bring us all together, and then we had that one fight.
Is Bandit an app? Or is Bandit a
Oh.
website that you can?
How
like,
old is this character?
Do it.
No, Bandit is a former teammate member of ours,
it.
who is no longer with us.
Do it. Do it.
What?
No, I misread the situation.
Do it.
I'm sorry.
Bandit.
That depends on how bad it is.
She died.
Cooks-
Do it.
Yeah.
She
Has
She
to
went
work
Took
out.
some bad.
By
She
who?
Trying
took
to
some
protect
bad
people.
advice.
When? Do it anyway.
Bad advice before. Yeah. Okay. So okay. So you're not looking for another member.
Not looking for another member.
Open to the idea.
We're kind of new to this, honestly.
I mean, I'm a little afraid if you go out on your own, you'll get yourself killed.
What?
We found you close to having a panic attack on a rooftop.
Oh no, I was very calm.
Your eyes would have suggested otherwise, but okay.
Hmm.
Have you been doing this for long? Please say no.
That was my first fight.
You and you didn't come out of it bloody and broken and thrown against walls. Stares pointedly at Hound.
I did actually get thrown against a wall.
Oh, okay. Well, you're not bloody and broken. Turns,
It's,
stares at Hound again.
It's
I am
Yeah.
just a guy.
I'm just a guy.
I'm
just
just
a
a
kid.
man.
You know, I'm just
I'm
gonna turn
a
to Pyrrha and
kid
just
and
be
my
like,
life is a nightmare.
look. The more we point fingers at each other, the long term this isn't going to do us any
I'm
benefit.
teasing him.
I mean, let's lay off him. We've been kind of giving him shit tonight. Regardless, we still need to figure out what to do with this one.
Oh,
She has a name.
I haven't
Gravity
heard it.
something?
Gravitas. That's what.
Hound thought of it. It's Gravitas. I mean, if you named me, aren't you technically responsible for me?
Way to go.
This
No.
is
Wait, no. The people
you
adopt
know
the
what?
dog.
You know what? I'm gonna
based on that
gonna
logic
say,
because you technically
because
provided
it's
the
funny.
word. Yeah.
Zoup. Can you roll to provoke Hound to take responsibility?
Oh my god.
Normally, this isn't the type of responsibility you're supposed to be provoking, but
Hey, to
you
be fair,
know,
I brought home something that at some point. Isn't that right, Pythos? And she just kind of scritches around his neck.
at this rate, I'm taking the goop, and it's going to be my own connections. Okay.
I mean, they
So
both
that's-
fly.
That's a 9.
It's a 9. So
And what's even funnier is the fact that since
So-
Pyrrha and I were both not there, we're just going to both and just be looking at you like inquisitively. Now
So,
you're under peer pressure.
So, Hound.
Terrible.
She kind of verbally pokes you, going, "Hey, you named me. Yeah. We're a team now, right?"
To be fair, based on provoke someone for PC rules, if you don't do it, you have to mark a condition.
Yeah.
Hound
There
is
actually
just
is
going
an
to. Hound has been blindsided. He just had a good fight. He thought things were finally going his way.
Yes. There's just one caveat.
So
It's a major caveat, but it's a caveat.
he's just going. It's just this mental thing for him right now. Just like, you are trying to be a good guy now, and if she goes off on her own, she's probably gonna get herself killed. Based on
Sure, I feel comfortable.
the
with
performance
that.
review.
This isn't exactly office work, dude.
That look, I if she goes out on her own, she's gonna get hurt.
There's a good chance of
If
that.
she's with us, we can mitigate that somewhat.
Yes, and I'm just it's like, but will it be a detriment? What is it that she does? Because I don't think any of us actually saw what she did,
Uh-huh.
except for I think Hound saw the gun thing. I think that was about it.
You
Listen,
suddenly get heavier and heavier.
Like all of us?
No, Leviathan.
I'm actually probably one of the few people that can actually deal with a decent amount of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
but
no, no.
can
you
the
get-
car?
No, the car is
Oh, the car's gone.
The car disappeared.
So Leviathan, you slowly get heavier and heavier and heavier. Until
Hound, I
it's
think you
hard to
inadvertently
stand-
gave her a fitting name.
until it's hard to stand up.
hmm What's the value at this? Because most humans are capped out at about 3 times gravity strength.
Keeps getting heavier.
So
I would argue at the power levels we're talking, I don't think we could push past 10.
yeah.
She's waiting for you to say something.
Well, I'm also waiting to get a number to see whether or not you need to roll for it.
Yeah, so let's go by multipliers. How often are we increasing by 1?
How high do you want to go?
How high are you pushing
I
this attempt?
haven't I should have done my research before and figured out. But basically I want to go high enough to get him to kneel.
Okay. So basic gravity, I think it's 15 psi on in all directions.
Effectively. But realistically, as gravity increases, you're just effectively multiplying the weight as opposed to the strength you have to combat that weight.
Yeah.
So if it's 2 times, if you're 300 pounds, your gravity is actually going to be 600. And 3 times will be 900.
Damn autocorrect.
Yeah.
That's just the weight of your existence.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we'll say we'll say she increased the gravity by 3, and you find yourself on uneasy footing. As
It's difficult, but he's holding under 3.
yeah, like you can clearly feel that there is some increased force on you.
Mm-hmm. It's
So
definitely an
hold.
acknowledgement. Hound, I think you've inadvertently given a name fitting of the capability.
Listen, she suggested gravity. I said she should pick something with more gravitas.
Was
and
that
she
just you
said,
being funny?
That was me trying to give her honest and earnest advice. I'm trying to be a nice person. I'm not good at it, but I'm trying.
It was advice. It's a good name. And she
I
lets
would
go
argue
of-
the second we pass 5 is when that becomes very difficult.
I mean,
um
if it helps in terms of like diving, every 10 meters roughly you get another air pressure.
Mhm.
So it's like if we're at 5, you said 5 times, that would be like 50 meters down, which would be a stretch.
That's what I'm saying.
basically
It's
as
like
soon
5.
as you kneel, she'll let it go.
All right.
I'd say let's just hold for a minute, and then when it does, it's like, all right, and it'll go down for the sake of just seeing, if the pressure gives.
So she lets go. Also sometimes, and she will telekinetically grab Hound's batons.
And psychic too.
Helpful. That's helpful.
Can I have those back? I kind of need those.
You hear in your head, only if you ask nicely.
Guys, she can. We don't need communicators anymore.
What are you talking?
I don't know.
She's talking in my head.
Problem with that is well, there'll always be a middleman, but it is a useful talent regardless.
Also, no telling how far the range is.
Not currently.
No, but
I mean,
really,
we-
if you ask nicely, I'll give you them back. They seem really cool.
So are you a
Yes.
thief now?
I spent a lot of money on those.
Just there's a hint of just like, uh,
She's
And
to say please.
you know what? I think that's a good place to end the issue.
alright.
With
I kind of
Gravitas
desperately
trying
wanna
to get Hound to say please.
I don't know why this is so hard for him, but it is.
Because deep down Hound is Grunkle Stan.
Yeah.
I'm Stan and I was wrong. I'm singing.
I'm Hound and I was wrong. I'm singing the Hound wrong song.
I shouldn't have taken that chance. Now here's my remorseful dance. It works a little too well. I appreciate this
Comparison.
This
This
reference.
connection.
Yeah.
reference comparison.
Yeah.
6 to 1, half a
Insert
dozen to
keyword
the
here.
other.
Yeah. Insert keyword here. It'll be fun.
When in doubt, crime.
No! Heroes! Not when in doubt crime.
No, when in doubt, cry. Crying
Oh.
is a free action.
But yeah,
When in doubt,
let's
crime. No, Hound. Pickpocketing someone.
Newspaper. Whap!
Spritz bottle.
if Gravity Falls taught us anything, it's that crime is always funny.
Road laws prepare to be ignored.
So that is it for this session. Let's do some end of session questions. Let's start with our newest hero. Gravitas, how have you grown this session? Have you grown closer to the team? Do you feel away from the team or more into an image of yourself?
So
Is that a
first
trick
of
question?
First of all, under influence, I was supposed to choose my demeanor, and my two choices were happy facade or locked down. I was planning on locked down, but that ain't happening. So therefore, all three of you have influence. over
Fantastic.
Gravitas.
Okay.
And while she has grown closer to the team as a whole, I would say that she has grown in her own image of herself.
Okay. Adjust your labels accordingly.
Okay. I mean, I like my labels where they are, but we'll go down on mundane and we'll go up one in danger.
Oh, you see yourself more as a danger than anything. That does make sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Leviathan.
Let's see.
Actually, I'll go savior, not danger.
All right.
Oh dear.
Your first successful heroic mission.
Exactly.
With help.
With
Hey,
help.
a win is a win.
You know, I will say that I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't get past the fight because there was something I had wanted to do to try and save myself some pain. But I guess I'm not gonna do that.
I
We
guess
just
not.
didn't have the time.
We even skipped break.
We
know.
did.
Yeah.
We
We were
started
just
late.
having a good time.
Not very.
I have
The
to
amount of
pee
time it
so
takes for a
bad.
break.
I have to
To
pee
pee so
so
bad.
bad. Let's do this.
Okay.
I also need to pee.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's on stream mark forever now. Have fun.
Hey,
But with that,
You know what? Streamers need to take bio breaks.
All right, let's go.
okay. Well,
right,
let's go
Leviathan.
with the idea that wasn't really much. Well, yeah, I'd say closer to the team, only mainly due to the sense that we had a purely clean episode without anyone actually taking actual outright damage until someone broke his wrist giving Pyrrha a high five.
Okay. So who did you feel close with?
I think in this one, due to the initial conflict, I think it was jumping in to deal with things with Pyrrha on an initial, while Hound dealt with being PR and naming the new pet.
Okay. So, uh, Pyrrha, do you already have influence over?
I do.
Nope.
I
No.
do.
No, you do.
All right, shift
Mm.
his labels.
Hmm. I'm gonna go with.
Don't ruin me. Don't make it worse.
Well, no, I was thinking about it because you did the only thing I can see that you did that was that I would have changed was danger down and savior up, just because of that like beam, that big explosion thing.
I mean, that wasn't. Well, I don't know, because that wasn't like aimed at anyone else that I like took the brunt of for someone else.
I mean, I was
necessarily.
technically behind you by sheer positioning, but you may
Yeah.
not have intentionally prevented me from getting hit, but you still effectively did.
And see, there's that, but then there's also being these big scary things. So
I mean,
wasn't sure on your thoughts on Freak either. So
either that or raising mundane, because watching you drive the car was hilarious.
I'm not doing that again. It doesn't fit.
So yeah, I would say danger down, and I would go with savior up.
Alright. Starting to middle out in stats again. I don't like it.
And
Let's
then-
get saviorists.
Don't forget to either mark potential or clear condition.
Still have no conditions.
Oh, that's
Doesn't-
that's. Oh, oh yeah, that's right. Hound.
Well, great. I have a kid now.
Puppy.
I-
You have a puppy.
How ironic.
Mm.
I honestly think Hound grew closer to Gravitas just because he had to be the one to be like, "Oh, hey, you're new. What's going on here? Who are you? What is your deal?"
Give me
Okay.
influence
And
over you.
Yes, take influence.
Now you have to take responsibility of your poor decisions.
All right, clear condition or mark potential.
I will be marking the potential because I do not have conditions.
I don't think any of us
Okie
have
dokie.
conditions right now.
And finally, Pyrrha.
Yeah. It's I definitely would say closer to the team. Most specifically Hound this time. Between dealing with the magpie and then like the joking around at the end, kind of like trying to rebuild the camaraderie from the, I stabbed you through the shoulder bits.
Why do I
So,
have to be the only emotional support block?
My emotional support person died,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I would say the Hound. And if memory serves, you already have influence over me.
I believe I have influence over everyone right now.
Yeah, so do I.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Jump your mundane up and bring your danger down. As
Sure.
there was a lot of joking and haha time showing that, it's been a day, that's all we needed for the stabbed me. Trauma.
to start healing emotionally.
To be fair, we can physically heal fairly quickly.
And finally,
But also, I have to.
you
mark
have
my
one
doom,
additional question. Yes.
which honestly, that was what I was planning on doing because I wanted to like kind of trance and talk to Thanatos if I could. But
We can do that next time.
yep. But I'll mark a thing on my doom.
A condition.
Okay. So you
But I did level up, so
cool.
Well, better plan out what you
You
want.
get a new doom sign.
no, not that one.
Oh.
Like an
Oh,
actual
you made an advancement.
level.
Fantastic.
Yeah, like an actual level. Yeah.
Again,
Well,
it's-
let me know in some DMs if what you want to do. And let's do some outros. We'll start with Zoup.
Hey, I'm Zoup or Zoup Machine. You can check out my card, zoupmachine.card.co. It hasn't been updated recently, but it tells you how to contact me if you want to play games with me. Cool. Thanks.
All right. Our Resident Cryptid. And Arkai.
Hi everyone, Arkai here again. Just to let y'all know, I'm still doing things miniature painting wise. For anything you want to make fancy on your D&D tables, your Warhammer tables, or anything even with the new Trench Crusade, you are more than welcome to come by and ask. I do commissions all the time, and I also tend to do tips and tricks to help people learn. However, if you want to come looking for me, you can find me on both X and on Instagram under the name of Frigid Fae Brushworks, and just let me know if you need anything done.
All right. And Dice.
Dice Goblin Black Cat. Here, you can find me on Thursdays here on the Starfield, as well as every other Friday. Hopefully, that starts up again soon on the Dinner and a Game, where I play in a variety rotating system game, and then pretty soon I have 2 other pre-records that are coming up on the Starfield. I'm not sure when those are airing yet, but we're recording fairly soon. And you can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, Blue Sky, technically, Lemonade, TikTok, all that jazz. Dice Goblin Black Cat, most places, at least the important places. And also, you can, if you like dice, I make those. So you can find me at fateandfortunedice.com.
Alrighty. Fantastic. And I am Rev. You can find me at most places with most buttons at Shortbeard Revelry or Shortbeard.revelry. And you can find me here on the Starfield every Thursday hosting our fantabulous game of Masks GenMeta. Same bat time, same bat channel. Until we meet again, be kind, stay awesome, and remember, Hank Green does not work at Target. Good night, everybody.
If I do anything.
Y'all are good.
I had to. I had to. Oh, there was fuck shit going on. You know me. Looks at chat.
Honk.